A long time ago, in a small village called Olokuta, something very sad was happening. Olokuta was a beautiful place. There were trees, flowers, birds, and happy children. People farmed, fetched water, and laughed in the market. But even though the village looked happy, the people were not happy. They were crying. While because in that village, all the pregnancy women all died during the labor room in hospital. Every time a woman became pregnant and her time to give birth came, she would be rushed to the hospital. But then, she would never come out alive. The woman would die on the hospital bed. Some died with their babies. Some died and the baby lived. Some babies were born but had no mother to feed them. The whole village was full of tears. One woman died. 10, 20, 30. All the pregnant women died during the labor room in hospital. The villagers could not understand it. The hospital was clean. The nurses were kind. The doctors were working hard. But nothing worked. The women still died. The husbands cried. The children cried. The mothers cried. The fathers cried. Everyone cried. People stopped singing. People stopped dancing. The village became quiet. Nobody wanted to get pregnant anymore. Even married people stopped sleeping together. Everyone was afraid. Some people said maybe someone did juju. Some said maybe there is a curse on the hospital. Others said maybe we have offended the gods. The chief of the village called for a big meeting. Everyone sat on mats under the big iroko tree. The air was heavy. The wind was silent. The children sat beside their mothers and fathers, listening. The chief stood and spoke. "My people," he said. "We are in trouble. Our women are dying. Our babies are dying. Our hearts are full of pain. We must find help." People nodded. People wept. But no one had a solution. The sadness stayed. Then, one morning, very early before the sun came out, a young lady walked into Olokuta. Her name was Ayamide. She wore a simple yellow dress. Her hair was braided. She carried a small bag. Her feet were dusty from walking. She was not from the village. She did not know anyone there. She was going to the city to find work. But she was tired and needed rest. She entered the village. She greeted the people. "Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Papa. Good morning, children." But no one smiled. No one replied. Ayamide was surprised. "Why is everyone sad?" she asked one woman. The woman looked at her, tears in her eyes, and walked away without speaking. Later, Ayamide helped a young boy who had dropped his yam. She helped him pick it up. He looked at her and said, "Thank you. My mother died yesterday. She went to give birth and did not come back." Ayamide was shocked. "Your mother died?" she asked. "Yes," the boy said. "All the mothers are dying. Nobody gives birth and lives anymore." Ayamide felt pain in her chest. She sat down under a tree and thought, "What kind of village is this? Why are the women dying?" Later that evening, when old woman came to Ayamide. Her name was Mama Kemi. "My daughter also died," the old woman said. "I'm so sorry, Mama," Ayamide said. "What happened?" She was healthy. She was happy. But when her labor started, we rushed her to the hospital. She screamed. She cried. Then she died. Just like all the others. Ayamide put her hands on her head. "Oh no. This is too sad." That night, Ayamide could not sleep. She turned and turned on her mat. She looked up at the stars and whispered, "God, help this village. These women are dying. The people are sad. Please do something." Then, as the first cock crowed and the wind became cold, Ayamide stood up. She wore her yellow dress and walked to the hospital. She stood in front of the gate, knelt down, and began to pray. She closed her eyes and said, "God, I don't know these people. But I feel their pain. Every woman is dying during labor. Let your light shine. Let this evil stop. Let the next woman live. She prayed with tears. Her face was wet. Her hands were shaking. The wind blew gently around her. But she stayed there, praying. Some people saw her. They pointed. Who is that girl? They asked. Why is she praying in front of the hospital? She is not from here, one man said. She came yesterday. Leave her, an old woman said. Let her pray. We have tried everything. That same morning, a young woman named Jumok went into labor. Her husband was afraid. He held her hand. Please don't die, he whispered. Please stay with me. They carried her to the hospital. The doctors came. The nurses came. Jumok pushed. She screamed. Then the baby came out. A loud cry. The baby was alive. And Jumok was alive too. She was tired, but breathing. She held her baby and cried. I am alive, she shouted. I am alive. The nurses jumped. The doctor smiled. The husband knelt down and gave thanks. It was the first time in many years that a woman gave birth and lived in Olokuta. The news spread fast. A woman gave birth and lived. Jumok is alive. The curse is broken. People ran to the hospital to see for themselves. Then the next day, another woman gave birth. She also lived. All the pregnant women started to born safely. The people were shocked. What changed? They asked. Then someone remembered Ahmed. The girl who prayed in the morning. She stood at the hospital gate and prayed. She is the one. The villagers ran to find her. They saw her sitting under a tree drinking water. They shouted, You did it. You stopped the deaths. Ahmed said to me. I only prayed. Yes, they said. Your prayer worked. They hugged her. They lifted her. They sang for her. The drums came out again. The flutes played. People danced. The chief came to her. He said, You are now our daughter. You have brought life to our village. Ahmed smiled. Thank you, Baba. I only wanted to help. From that day, Ahmed stayed in Olokuta. She worked in the hospital as a helper. She prayed for every pregnant woman. She gave them water, the food, and kind words. She made them laugh. She held their hands. No woman died again. The hospital became full of life. Babies cried. Mothers smiled. Fathers danced. Grandparents named their grandchildren. Children were named Ahmed. Boys. Girls. Twins. She became a hero. A blessing. A gift. People came from far away to see her. Other villages sent their pregnant women to Olokuta. And Ahmed prayed for them all. She never asked for money. She never asked for fame. She only wanted peace. One day, many years later, Ahmed became pregnant. The whole village shouted with joy. Ahmed is pregnant. She who saved our mothers is now going to be a mother. But some people were afraid. What if the curse comes back? Ahmed smiled. Have faith. The curse is gone forever. When her time came, she walked to the hospital herself. The women followed. The men waited. The children prayed. Ahmed entered the labor room. The baby was born. And Ahmed was alive. She smiled, held her baby, and said, Taifiolioa. That is his name. God's love. The whole village danced for 3 days. They built a statue of Ahmed in front of the hospital. The statue showed her kneeling and praying. Children were told the story over and over again. Subscribe to this YouTube channel.